So welcome to today's bite-sized training video where we'll be covering the service improvement tool spaghetti diagrams. So by the end of this session, you should have a good idea of what a spaghetti diagram is and when you would use one during a change project. So what do we mean when we say a spaghetti diagram? Let's have a look further over the next couple of slides and explore more. So, in a nutshell, a spaghetti diagram tool is utilised with an analysis phase of a project, and it's almost like liking it to the Hansel and Gretel kind of breadcrumbs scenario to do with motion. It's in essence is a tool to track motion and measure motion, and that's its primary function, and it's all to do with the waste that you spend in travel and transit. Really, it's quite useful to look at any given process and look at just exactly how much time is being spent here moving things around. It's ideal to reduce waste and make processes more streamlined. So pictured on the slide here, what we've got is just a simple example of a spaghetti diagram of an assembly line. And what it's doing is it's just showing you all the various different lines on there are the routes that are travelled and the motion that's taken by an individual, or it could be a product as well, as it's constructed within a workshop. So the different coloured lines, they could represent the different journeys of separate products, for example. So think about this as a factory where they're producing wine glasses, and each of those lines there could be the process that's taken to make a flute glass and one that's taken to make like a champagne glass, for example. They use similar machines, but the things that they do and where they touch is at different times. And the idea is to assess really your travelled motion and make alterations to minimise the distance that you travel in and improve your efficiency. So what we've done is we've taken the example from the previous slide and just expanded it a little bit more into an example that's showing the motion travelled by a pizza chef in their kitchen, and this is as their current state is set up. So what you've got is all the various different lines there, and you can see there's 9 different routes that they take to get from the order received to the service area. And as you can see, from the visual here, the prep area is actually the most utilised station. So most lines come to and go from that. So it also demonstrates the greatest motion being used between that area and other areas of the kitchen. So just from a visual assessment, just looking at what you see there, what sort of things do you think you might change, and what alterations could you make there just to improve the journey time and the amount of time taken to travel? So once you've mapped out the area and looked at the journey that's taken from either the patient or the product or the person that's completing the task, you're able to start adding some metrics. And what we've done here is we've just combined some metrics over the day, the week, the year, adding up the motion taken from the previous example so you can kind of see what it actually looks like over time. Again, 35 meters per pizza doesn't really sound too much, I guess, but when you start adding that up to how many average pizzas are made a day, and then you times in that by the number of days and weeks, it suddenly turns to be quite a lot of motion. And as you can see here at the very bottom, we end up almost to 823,000 meters per year of wasted motion. And if you had to walk that and time yourself, it would take quite a long time. So taking the daily averages, you begin to work out how much motion equates to what from daily, weekly and annually. And remember that your findings, they might represent just one person's effort. So your data then might need to be multiplied by the number of staff who are completing the same work. So think of nurses on a ward, for example. The amount of visits to a stock room, if you added up everyone's visits to date, is probably going to be quite high on an individual given day. So this slide provides a complete breakdown of all figures, which have been converted into the average time it takes to complete. So with a few alterations to the floor plans, and we've made some significant improvements already. So each pizza now, as you can see with the prep area being moved, it only takes a total of 22 meters of motion, is 35. So let's see what a difference this makes when working out the data across the weeks, the months and the years. So daily motion is reduced from a total of 2,450 meters down to 1,540 meters. Weekly motion is reduced from 17,150 meters to 10,780 meters, and the monthly motion's decreased down from 68,600 meters to 43,120 meters. So you can see there approximately 20,000 meters gained there over the month already, which would equal a significant amount of time saved. This reduces the annual mileage when you're working it all out over the years, walked from a total of 511 to 321 miles. So you're almost saving 200 miles of travel there over the year just with a couple of alterations. So when you think about that and time taken, that just means that the time saved gives you time to do other things that maybe you're not necessarily getting a chance to do. And we know that the collection of stock, ferrying of patients, and the motion wasted trying to find items can all be tracked and measured, and we know that it's a large part of our daily work. So the more efficiencies we can make in here, then the more time that we free up to care patients. So the question is, do you have any unnecessary motion within your daily tasks, and what could be contributing to the inefficiencies there? So as you can see, we've done a slight explore into spaghetti diagrams here, but you might want some more information, or you might want to reach out with some questions. So if you do, please get in touch with us on the email address on the slide, where we'll be happy to help to support your learning journey. So also enclosed is some information regarding other programs available. Some of them are looking at different quality improvement courses and different leadership courses. Some of them are half days, some of them go all through to full days, and it's the variety of that's there really. It's up to you, I think, on maybe about identifying which ones you need next. So many of the courses as well, we have CP accredited, and we're also looking at getting more of them accredited in the near future. We're going to keep you updated on anything else that we have via marketing from Strive. Please do get in contact if you need us following this training. Thank you very much.